Hello, hello. It's so nice to see everyone here. Let's see, just getting started, making sure that we are live on both Facebook and in the Facebook group and in Zoom. Awesome. Looks like we are. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And hello and welcome. My name is Brandi Murphy. I'm the Director of Training and Field Development for nutraMetrix. And thank you for joining me today for our session on recreating the Gene SNP bundles for your own customers. So let's talk a little bit about why the Gene SNP bundles were created first. And then we're going to talk about how you as a nutraMetrix consultant can use the Gene SNP bundles and the amount of information that we've learned over the years through Gene SNP to be able to help grow your own retail business. Now, backing up a second, let's just remember that as nutraMetrix consultants, you get access to be able to order nutraMetrix products so that you can share them with your health professionals. Maybe you have a health professional that is on a trial run. Maybe they are wanting to be able to introduce products to their patients before they open their account. So we wanted to make sure that you could order the nutraMetrix branded products to be able to provide to them in that case. But when you're retailing to your own customers that are not health professionals, we should be using the regular consumer line of products. So with that in mind, you do learn at the nutraMetrix consultant training how to identify potential health challenges that patients might be experiencing that would match with specific Gene SNP bundles. So as part of learning that, you might be able to take advantage of that and use that in your own business. But we don't have Gene SNP bundles outside of nutraMetrix. So what I wanted to share with you is, again, why were the Gene SNP bundles created and how can you use them to help grow your own retail business as a nutraMetrix consultant? When we're talking about the Gene SNP bundles, they were really the result of many years of Gene SNP data being collected and reviewed by Dr. Mason with various health professionals of all different specialties and all different types. And Dr. Mason started noticing that when people would get their test results back, people that had certain SNPs or variations tended to have these co-founding I don't want to call them symptoms because we're not treating disease. It's not even about symptoms, but presentations. Genetic personalities is a great way to talk about them. And people would tend to have, if they had this SNP over here, they most likely also had this SNP over here because there was kind of a pairing of certain genetic information. And by looking at that, she was able to help people understand, practitioners understand, that sometimes your patient's going to come into you and they're going to explain how they feel, but not understand why they feel the way that they do. And sometimes while they're waiting to get their test results back, once a practitioner has been trained on Gene SNP and they're recognizing these genetic personalities, they could start them on certain products while waiting for the test results to come back, right? When a practitioner introduces a patient to Gene SNP, it can take a couple of weeks to get the Gene SNP results back. And lately, we will say it is taking a little longer than normal, just like it's longer for you to get your typical shipments, right? Even mail has slowed down now. So we don't want to lose the momentum when a practitioner introduces the Gene SNP program to a patient. We don't want to lose the momentum and not have them start on any products while they're waiting for the results to come in. So we want to introduce them to kind of like a genetic foundation of support right up front. So we teach in the NC training how to help the health professionals do that. Now, once you already have that knowledge, it's hard to separate it from just using that with the health professionals you work with to translating it to maybe I could use that with my own customers as well. So the Gene SNP bundles were created to help practitioners kind of identify, or even sometimes the patients self-identify based on the materials that I'm about to show you, which bundle might be the best fit for them while they're waiting to get their results back. Now, as an NC, I can't introduce Gene SNP to my own customers, but I can introduce the Gene SNP information to my customers and talk about the genetic personalities to my customers and see if they self-identify with a specific type of avatar, we'll call it, or genetic personality. And then I can introduce them to specific products based on that. So what I want to show you, let me pull up my slides. I'm going to go through kind of an abbreviated bundle training with you. We really do cover the bundles in much more detail at the NC training. And I'm going to share with you that when I do a general product training, even for regular Market America audiences, not nutraMetrix audiences, I do include bundle information in there. So I did a GPT that I recorded online a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to pull out the bundle training that I did for regular unfranchised owners, and I'm going to put it on the YouTube channel, the official NC training on YouTube. So if you want to get a refresher on the type of information I share at NC training on the bundles, that will be on the YouTube channel. But you'll notice, let me just exit out of here again a second. You'll notice the first several slides that I have in this presentation are all bundle related. What I really want to get to with you today is kind of the information at the bottom of how you can recreate the bundles with regular Market America products. So we're going to go through the beginning a little fast, knowing that you have the additional resources available to you on the YouTube channel and in the NC training slides. So the slides that I'm showing to you with all but the last maybe 10 slides are available directly out of the NC training slides that you have access to in your unfranchised downloads. And so what you'll see here is the overview slide that shows all of the different Gene SNP bundles that we have. And I like this slide because it really helps to see the variety and the diversity of products that we offer, including the names of the bundles. And I want to point out a few things to you here. If you can look at it, I'm pretty sure you can see me moving my mouse. We do have two different foundation bundles that are available in either a 30 to 45 day supply or in a 30-day supply. And let's talk about that for a second. Why do we have 4 foundation bundles across the top of this screen? Well, what we really wanted to do was create the Genetic Foundation Bundle, which is called the Gene SNP Foundation, for your average person. I'm going to go through this in more detail. And then for your person that wants to take it to the next level, you're more your biohacker, you're more elite VIP type person that wants optimal performance, that would be the Pro Bundle. But both of those foundation bundles include a bottle of the magnesium. And the magnesium has a 45-day quantity to it. It's 45 servings, when all of the other products in those 2 bundles have 30 servings in them. So because of the addition of the magnesium in these 2 bundles, reordering can be a little bit wonky, right? Because everything else needs to be reordered on a 30-day supply, and they might have extra of the magnesium at the end of 30 days. Now, some people do take magnesium more than 1 serving per day. Like, let's say they have worked out and they have extra sore muscles from being a weekend warrior. Magnesium can be great for that. Or if they are feeling some head tension coming on, sometimes people take extra magnesium. Or if they haven't been sleeping well and they want to be able to provide some more sleep support, they might take extra magnesium. So some people do go through the magnesium bottle in 30 days, but we wanted to give people the option of, if they really only want something that they can reorder every 30 days without having extra, then they would have the 2 foundation bundles available to them without the bottle of magnesium, and they can order the magnesium separately. So that's why there are 4, when technically there are 2 foundation bundles. And then the other 8 bundles are designed to support specific genetic personalities. For example, people that know that they do not methylate very well might be a great fit for the Methylator Bundle. People who always feel like their battery is running down would be a great fit for the Revitalize Bundle. People that need a little bit of emotional support and sometimes just need that extra mental and emotional support from nutrition would be great for the Balance Bundle. So you'll notice in each of these little icons, there's a little image there that sometimes gives you a clue as to what that bundle could be for. Like, I love the one about the batteries being worn down. Or if somebody's struggling with the scale, the Resistance Bundle would be good for them. If somebody has cardiovascular concerns, the Cardio Shield Bundle would be good for them. If somebody needs some extracellular defense, they just feel like the environment is constantly attacking them, they're reacting, they're very sensitive to things in the environment, the Cellular Defense Bundle for them. If they have digestive support challenges, there's the little digestive system, the Restore Bundle would be for them. So each one of the little icons gives you a clue as to what type of person or gene personality this bundle might be a good fit for. So Now let's go on a little bit further. What you'll see are the slides from the NC training that go into this in more detail. What we wanted to be able to do was create tools that when people read these little word art images, that they're drawn to certain ones and say, you know what, that explains me, right? So the person that might be a good fit for the Gene SNP Foundation bundle is somebody who is somewhat into biohacking, right? This isn't going to be the person that just wants a multivitamin, that just wants a calcium or a vitamin D. They're going to be looking for optimum support to create a healthy environment for optimum gene function. These people want to be vibrant. They want to be full of life. They want to be able to pursue their fitness goals. They want to have peak potential and excitement. They really want to, like, these are the type of people that talk about loving their life, and they have drive, and they want to be able to support it with nutrition, right? And so what I'm going to share with you is in the Gene SNP Foundation bundle, we have a variety of products that provide the optimum nutrition that they need to support their genetic health. So we have the daily essential packets that include the OPC3, the multivitamin, the calcium, and a serving of the B complex. Because these people want to make sure that they have enough energy to tackle their day, both on their fitness level and on their mental stamina level, we're going to give them a second dose of B vitamins, right? So there's another bottle. So they get 1 dose in the daily essential packets. They get another bottle of 30 servings of B vitamins so that they have additional B vitamin support. They're going to get the vitamin D support, and they're going to get the omega-3 support. And then, as I mentioned, they also get magnesium. So you'll notice when you're going through the slides that you download from the NC training, the Gene SNP bundle slides tell you what's in each product, when to take them, and why we chose them for that particular bundle. We are also going to go through and we're going to talk about, for those people that really want to have it with or without for easy reordering, like I shared with you, we're going to talk about what is the suggested retail, what is the BV, and we're going to give you the codes. But the codes aren't on this slide. They're on the next slide, where I'm showing you how to convert the Gene SNP code, which would be bundle code 581GB. We're going to change that to how do you order them individually as a health professional if you wanted to break them down. Like, let's say you introduce the Gene SNP Foundation bundle to a patient and they say, that sounds great, but I can't afford to take all of them. If I had to take one out, how would I order it? So we give you the codes for that. Or if you're a nutraMetrix consultant and you want to recreate the codes for your own customers, you would just create a little order sheet or kit that has these codes included in it. And I already went through the Gene SNP Foundation Pro is really for the people that want to take it to the next level. So if I were going to put people kind of on a hierarchy, people that just want the absolute minimum of foundations of optimal health could start with just the daily essentials packets. If they want to add on that to make sure that they can support genetic health overall, they might go with the Gene SNP Foundation, adding in the magnesium, the B complex, the vitamin D, and the omegas. But if they want to take it to the next level, because these are the people that are really aggressive, like they need extra support because they're burning the candle at both ends. They love life, but they might not rest enough. They take care of everyone else, but they might not always put the time aside to take care of themselves, and they're working out. They're working long hours. They need endurance, both physically and mentally. Then they might want to take it to the next level. And instead of starting with that foundation of the daily essentials packets, we're going to start with the anti-aging packets, right? So then the anti-aging packets would be built upon, and we're going to again give them a second dose of the B vitamins. We're going to give them magnesium. We're going to give them omega-3 fatty acids, and the antioxidant support is going to come in the form of the curcumin extreme. So we have these variety of options for people, and the idea is you don't have to be an expert in them, but if you can identify the genetic personalities based on those word art pictures, then you can start to match products to people and what their goals are and what they're looking for. Just like the regular Gene SNP Foundation, this one comes in a 30-day, or the regular one contains the magnesium, the 30-day does not, but I'm going to give you that slide again. And again, you can download these directly from the NC training slides. that talks about how to duplicate with the consumer codes. So you would put this all together and be able to market this to your own customers. If you're a health professional, we give you the individual codes from the nutraMetrix line so that you can tweak it, and maybe you want to introduce the patient to 3 of the 5 products up front and build from there. We give you all of that flexibility there. So we talked about there are going to be some people that, based on their own blood work that they've had done with their practitioners, or based on various challenges that they've had with their health that they've talked to with their own providers, they may already know prior to even being introduced to the Gene SNP program, which as an NC, I'm not going to introduce my customers to Gene SNP because I can't sell them a Gene SNP test, but they may already have been doing some exploration with their practitioners, and they already may have had certain genes tested. And a lot of practitioners do look for methylation pathways. They do look to see whether somebody's a good methylator or not. And so if they've been dealing with worry issues, or if they've been dealing with some like anxiety type issues, their practitioner might have already looked at seeing whether they're a good methylator. So without even having to take the Gene SNP test, some people might know that they experience mood swings, that they experience brain fog, that they experience a lack of focus, or what we call squirrel syndrome, where they're in the middle of doing something and all of a sudden they're like, squirrel, and they just completely go in a different direction. Maybe they've been struggling with fatigue. Maybe they've been struggling with food sensitivities, like they're very sensitive to grains and they get very inflamed if they have grains. Maybe that lack of energy, that fatigue, that tiredness is something that they've already addressed or approached their health professional to try to figure out. Maybe their practitioner has recommended that they need extra detox support. Maybe these people complain about being very irritable, or if they don't complain about being irritable, the people around them that you know complain about them being irritable or moody or sensitive. So they might have been looking for certain things like methylated B vitamins based on things their doctor have already told them. This is a great way for them to self-identify with the word art. And then we've put together a product line, a package that includes the turn up, includes the magnesium, includes the activated B complex with the methylated B vitamins, includes probiotics, and includes a stress support formula. So here are the codes that you're going to use. And again, you can download these. You don't have to try to write them all down now. You can download these and you can recreate these for your customers. Let's say maybe you're talking to somebody who always talks about feeling bloated or gassy, or they have joint discomfort or skin issues, or they tell you that they're on thyroid medication, that they've been having trouble balancing their thyroid. Their doctor may have also recommended that they need some support in the detox area. Maybe they're hypersensitive. And what do I mean by that? We could talk about hypersensitivity in 2 different ways. One, being emotionally sensitive, but number 2, being physically sensitive to environmental stimuli. So who do you know that gets a headache every time they're around somebody wearing perfume? Or they walk into a hotel and all of the air fresheners and cleaning products in the hotel trigger itchy, watery eyes, or hay fever-like symptoms, or some sort of allergic reaction because they're sensitive to those environmental pollutions. Well, keep in mind that a lot of our immune system starts in our gut, right? And so if they're having a lot of these sensitivity issues, food sensitivities, environmental sensitivities, that can also sometimes trigger brain fog or an inability to lose weight, and they tend to maintain the weight primarily around their stomach area. So they might complain of a spare tire or a muffin top, or they just feel bloated and discomfort in their abdominal area all the time. They wake up tired. These people might really need digestive support, and the gut guard would be a great place for them to start. So what's in the gut guard? Astaxanthin, curcumin extreme, oxygen extreme in the Timeless prescription line. That's a very diverse set of antioxidants that's going to help with all of those environmental attacks that might be causing some of that stimulation for them. Also focusing on the fiber powder and the probiotics for digestive health, and making sure that they have optimal vitamin D levels. So these are the products that you're going to order when you put them together for that particular person. The person that Detox is a big issue for them. They have itchy skin, weight challenges, liver concerns. They might complain about muscle cramping or abdominal cramping. They're tired. They often deal with bad breath, and maybe they don't recognize it, but the people around them do. They have abdominal discomfort. It's hard for them to lose weight. They always have puffy areas under their eyes or dark bags under their eyes. They might complain about lymphatic system issues. Sometimes they retain extra water, in particular in their hands or their legs. They feel toxic, like they might wake up with a hangover feeling even though they didn't have alcohol, or they might wake up with that like sugar headache even if they didn't eat a lot of sweets the day before. These people, they need to restore their digestive health. So again, we're going to focus on the Oxygen Extreme, the curcumin. We're going to add in the hepato cleanse. We're going to focus on the digestive tract with the ultimate aloe juice, the B complex, and the multi-mineral. And they're the codes that we're going to use to duplicate that for this type of genetic personality. Then we have the people also. Free radical damage is very common in a lot of people, depending on environmental stimuli, environmental things that they're exposed to. Do they work in an environment where they're exposed to a lot of toxins? Do they have difficulty overcoming all of that environmental stimuli? Do they exercise a lot and generate more free radical damage than other people? And does it contribute to joint discomfort, bags under the eyes, puffiness that shows up in the hands where they can't get their rings on or off? Do they feel low energy, fatigue, have blood pressure concerns, very puffy? If they resonate with this one, then we're going to go with the Cellular Defense Bundle. Again, fiber powder, bromelain, OPC3, omegas, and astaxanthin are going to be their answer. These are going to be the codes that we're going to use to order them. And again, I don't expect you to catch this all now. I'm just showing you that we have these in the slides for you to follow. People that struggle with their weight, the resistance bundle might be the best fit for them. These people might be dealing with leptin sensitivity or hormone imbalances that are creating weight loss challenges for them. They may be experiencing low libido. They may also talk about that spare tire or muffin top. They might crave salty crunch. They might have no drive, meaning they just don't have any get up and go. They really just want to sit on the couch. They're kind of lethargic. They stress eat. They can be a mindless snacker or an overeater. They wake up hungry. They have a big appetite. They turn to food for emotional support. Maybe they're going through some hormonal age-related challenges like andropause or menopause. These people might hold their weight either in the middle or more on their hips area. They might refer to having saddlebags. They might be dealing with maintaining healthy blood glucose levels as a challenge. So they might say they have the sugar. They might say that they've had their doctor warn them about the amount of sugars that they eat, right? And so if they're resonating with those types of products, we're gonna look at adding in core and the green coffee and the isotonics isochrome, resveratrol, and vitamin D. And then we're gonna duplicate this kit by having them order these specific codes. As I mentioned, there's some people that we know, because they're pretty vocal talking about that they might have blood pressure concerns, or they might have to watch their salt intake. They might be puffy. They might tire easily. They might have lipid concerns, and they might be fatigued very easily or have low energy or be dealing with endocrine dysfunction. If they read this, and this is the one that they identify with the most, then we're going to focus on supporting the cardiovascular health with the Cardio Shield bundle. That's going to include trim tea, or you could swap it out. If they prefer the flavor of coffee over tea, you could also swap out the trim cafe for this. We're going to have the omega-3s, the coenzyme Q10, the vitamin D, and the OPC3, and then we're going to use these codes to do this. Now, with that said, let's talk about somebody that just is complaining about not having enough energy. They feel drained no matter what, right? These people need the Revitalize Bundle. They feel like they're running on low battery all the time. They might be too tired to go out, but once they go out, they usually get a second wind and they're okay. They might be the life of the party, but they'll say, and they might be somebody that's very social, but they just say, I'm just too tired. These people tend to really respond well to exercise. And in fact, when they exercise, they feel better, but getting the motivation to get up and exercise is difficult for them. If we can get them through that process and they can get up and exercise, they notice a big change in the way they feel. Without the exercise, they definitely feel out of gas. They have poor strength. They have low energy. They have low libido. They might have bowel issues. They might have food cravings and muscle weaknesses. If they resonate with that, what they're going to be benefiting from is peak performance, coenzyme Q10, magnesium, and activated B complex. We talked about the balance bundle being for people that need mental and emotional support. These people get triggered really easily. They might be, you know, in a normal conversation with somebody and somebody says one word and all of a sudden they kind of get set off. They have a short fuse. They might be on edge. They might be tired all the time, stressed. You can feel the stress coming off of them. They're easily distracted. They could be considered fragile. Like if you find yourself saying with other people, well, we need to really be careful how we position this to this person because we don't want them to get upset. That person might need the balance bundle because you're trying to prevent them from getting easily angered. They get angered in a way that isn't typical for most people, right? They could see something happen that most people would be like, oh, that's no big deal. But to them, it's a really big deal. And so these people might be dealing with needing some mental and emotional support. We're going to focus on turn down, omega-3s, the TLS acts, the multi-mineral, and the activated B complex. And we're going to use it to order these codes. Now, why am I sharing this with you in this manner? Because one of the things for this year that we've been focusing on in a lot of our trainings is as a nutraMetrix consultant, you have some tools that you might not be using to your advantage. And one of them is the Affiliate Publisher Network. Other one that ties in really well with the Affiliate Publisher Network is our distributor management websites or distributor marketing suite websites. So do you have a DMS set up for yourself, or do you have your own personal website? And I'm not talking about your shop.com website or your Isotonics website or your Motives mini website. I'm talking about, do you have a website for yourself that talks about who you are and what you provide to your clients and to your customers? If you don't, I'm going to strongly consider that you set up a website with your name as the domain or your business name as the domain. Some of you might have really common names that when you go to get the domain, it's not there. So you might need to create a business name for yourself, but create an easy to remember business website for yourself where you can put up your bio. You could talk about the products and services that you offer. And we're going to be offering more and more trainings about this. But then on your website, you can point your customers, your potential partners to learn about you there, right? You can also point to or write articles about specific health topics, and we give you so much content. All you have to do is repurpose things that we've already written or we've already shared, and you can grab some of those things from the nutraMetrix Facebook page. You can grab some of those things from the TLS Facebook page. You get PC marketing emails sent to you in the nutraMetrix newsline that goes out. And so you could take some of the content that we've already written and repurpose it for yourself to grow your own customer base. So what I wanted to share with you in this little topic that we're discussing today is how to create an affiliate publisher network link for yourself and how you can use the products from the Gene SNP kits that we call bundles and create product kits that can be promoted on your own website to increase your sales. I'm going to show you an example of that. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to affiliate. I'm actually in these screenshots came from within my unfranchised account. I went under my account, my services, and then clicked on right here. So my account, my services, clicked on Affiliate Publisher Network. Now I'm already enrolled as an affiliate publisher. So what I'm going to see there on that screen looks like this. If you have not already enrolled, it's going to give you directions on how to enroll as an affiliate. The first thing you're going to do is go to affiliate.shop.com and click on the join button. That's going to ask you to fill out your information and it'll give you a publisher ID. I have a publisher ID here. I actually took this screen capture here from in my back office. So don't use that affiliate publisher ID because then your customers will come to me. We don't want that. We want you to set up your own affiliate publisher ID. Here's that website where I told you before, affiliate.shop.com. You just click on the join now button and it's going to walk you through how to create an account. If you're already an unfranchised franchise owner, you don't have to put in the referral source. It's going to know it came from you. But you could put in your own UF email if you want to make sure, kind of like to definitely credit yourself for that referral. You could put in your referring email, but if you don't have a publisher ID, just leave that part blank. That's optional. Then on the affiliate.shop.com website, you're going to see something called the kit generator. So once you know what your affiliate publisher ID is, you can come in here. It usually defaults to the link generator. That's not what we want to use right now. We want to use the kit generator. So you're going to click on this little button that says kit generator. And when you do that, you're going to type in the name of your kit that you want to show up on your website. And then you're going to select your shop.com website. You're going to select the United States if you're a US unfranchised owner, and you're going to hit continue. That's going to take you to the next screen that looks like this. So I created a kit called the Restore Bundle. I'm modeling it off of one of the Gene SNP bundles, the Restore one. So curcumin is one of the products in that kit. So I had already named it Restore Bundle on this previous screen where I typed in the name of the kit here. I hit continue. Now I'm at the part where it's asking me to find products. So I'm going to look for curcumin. And in fact, what I was actually looking for here was the complete detox kit. And that's what came up in my search results. Now I will tell you, the search can be a little wonky sometimes. Sometimes you have to search for things a couple of different ways. Stick with it, just try multiple things. In fact, when I looked for curcumin by itself, it didn't come up unless I typed in extreme. Once I typed in extreme, it actually came up. But for the Restore Bundle, I did need the complete detox kit, so this worked fine like that. So I clicked on what was highlighted with the little orange box here, and it gave me the option to change the quantity or hit select. By doing that, it's adding it to my kit generator, which I'm going to show you again in a second. Some products, instead of it just being one option here, is going to ask you to choose your product option. So for example, when I went to add the B complex to the Restore Bundle, I had the option of choosing either this 30 serving bottle or the 90 serving bottle. And I wanted the 30, so I selected that from the drop down, and then I hit select, and it added it to my bundle. Once you add all of the products that you want, in this case from the Restore Bundle, you click Review Selection. And what we'll show you is, now I was playing with it, and this was kind of in a development screen, so it didn't quite work perfectly, but it will when you actually do it on yours live. It would say the Restore Bundle here, and here are the 4 products that I added to my Restore Bundle. In this particular case, I went with the aloe packets for this particular customer that I was creating this for, but it could be the aloe juice bottle as well. So I created the 4 products that I wanted to add, and I hit continue. Then what you do next is you hit the little button that says Get Code Snippet. When you get code snippet, this is what's going to show up. And you can choose to then, depending on how your website is set up, put it in an HTML5 iframe or an HTML4 iframe, but you just copy the code to the clipboard. If you actually want to see the example of what it would look like, you just click on the example. What I'm going to show you next came from me hitting the the HTML5 iframe example. And when I did that, it looked like this, that had the 4 products that I had selected, one of them being a kit. And if I embed this on my website, my customers that I send it to could click Add Entire Kit to the cart, or they could add each product and pick and choose from that. So I think this is a great way for us as nutraMetrix consultants to potentially create a website about us and our services, and then have a blog where we feature certain articles. And maybe what you want to do is write an article about the Restore Bundle, right? Hint, we give you those types of resources. You could even grab the image of the word art and include that in your little blog article, and then underneath the article have the kit that you've talked about right there, and people can add the whole kit to the cart, right? And then what's going to end up happening when they do that, they're going to be able to check out on your website, and it's going to look like they're not even leaving your website to do so. So it's a great way for you to not only market yourself, but market your products and showcase your education or showcase the information that you can provide for your customers. Not just about sending them to your shop.com website, but bundling things together in a recommendation and creating that kit for them. So again, I hope this was helpful for you. I'm just going to stop sharing my slides, and I'm going to come back and see no open questions right now, or nothing in the chat from a question standpoint. Let me check the Facebook group and see if there were any questions there. Kathy, yes, this presentation will be available on the YouTube channel, so you'll be able to go back and see that. And also, I'm going to add to the YouTube channel the standalone video that I did where I went into more detail about the bundles and how to identify people for different bundles. But I hope that you found this useful. I hope all of you set up your own website for yourselves. I'm going to give you an example of how that can come in really handy. A couple years ago, I was sitting next to somebody on a plane and I didn't have my own website yet, right? And I'm talking to the guy and it was a really good conversation. And he's like, tell me a little bit about what you do. And when I started talking to him about how we create wellness programs for health professionals and we put together the implementation strategies and we work with their staff, and he was really engaged with everything that I was talking to. And then he asked me for my website and I didn't have one. So all I had to send to him was my shop.com site, right? Or that I could give them nutraMetrix.com, but those are both very product driven and they don't talk about what we do on the consulting side. They don't talk about the key thing about why do we do a discovery meeting? Why do we put together a proposal for them? How do we suggest implementation strategies for them? That's the part he was really interested about. And it dawned on me that if I'm only sharing my product sites with them, I'm not really showing them everything that we do and I'm underselling my value. So it came back from that and I was like, Sarah, Dr. Mason, like, whoa, I need to have my own website where I can talk about what it is that I do and the value that I bring to the table in addition to the products. And by doing so, that can really help you stand apart from the crowd. It can really help you grow your business and show your professionalism. And the company gives us all of these tools, right? We have the DMS at a great value where you can basically get all of the tools and functionality of a complete website from our Web Center program on a scaled down version, but still the scaled down part is the price. And then we can use the Affiliate Publisher Network program to pick out the products that we want to be able to feature and put them under a description of why we love them so much. Now, caveat to that, go back and watch the video on DSHEA and what you can and can't say about products. If you're going to write an article about the products, we need to make sure that we're not making treatment claims or drug claims about the product. And that's why it's important for you to kind of repurpose the information that the company provides to you. Go to Facebook for nutraMetrix, go to Facebook for TLS. You can repurpose those types of articles. Go to the nutraMetrix blog and you can repurpose those types of articles. And then you can create your product kits in the APN and you can recreate the bundles and use them that way. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope you all have a great weekend. We look forward to seeing you on an upcoming training both online and live and in person when we can get together in person again. But have a great weekend and we'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.